come here. I get tired. Well, it's time to take a break. Listen to your body. Don't just go through the motions. Just go through the motions. You're not learning anything. You're not gaining anything. What you got to do, every time you leave that gym, every time you leave that workout room, you have to.
Okay, give me a moment here. Have my back starting to lock up, so just going to crack that real quick. Other side. Okay. That's better. Sorry about that.
To leave better than you came in, better than the day before. That way you know that you're achieving something. Again, I've got my dummy workout. I get it out of there. The guys do all the work for me. They clear the material. Why? It's not degrading to them. These guys work with me. They don't work for me. Yeah. These guys are here to help me out. Andy then comes over again. Don't kick with his knee.
Okay.
We talk.
Okay, more low kicks.
I come over here.
Okay, now he's working the other side. Okay, we've all been there. Yeah, we've all been there when we're holding pads for someone else. Yeah, we put it on. Yeah, they hit it once, and then we stop them because we realized we put the straps on the wrong way. Yeah, for the particular thing we're supposed to be blocking with the shield. Can't imagine having to do it for someone like Don Fry, though. I mean, worst person I've ever had to hold a shield for was this one guy. Brown belt. Yeah, weight over 300 pounds. Guy hit really hard. Yeah, shield slid halfway off my arm when he hit it. Elbow slammed right into my ribs. It was bad. So you always double check beforehand.
Rich is watching my footwork. Rich tells me if my technique's good. Andy tells me if the power's there. That's what these guys are here for. Cal can tell me, hey, your foot's not turning. Your arms aren't coming up. Each guy is there for a certain reason. Each guy pulls together. But I'm the monster that these Dr. Frankensteins have created.
Okay. And with that, we at least know that Don Fry read the original novel because Frankenstein was the doctor, not the monster. And he just said it properly. So that's interesting.
I'm just the stew that the chefs have all pitched together. That's it, folks. All this work, all this success that I get is because of these guys' hard work. Now, I would be nowhere without these guys. I'll be the first to tell you that. Again, you start your running. Yeah. Well, I'm staying loose. I just kicked the bag for a minute, 2 minutes, what have you. My legs are tight. Now I'm loosening my legs. We're jogging around. So it's time. Now it's time to go back into the wrestling mode. We'll work on the ground again. Because why? I'm tired of standing up, Andy. I want to go down.
Okay, we'll do mat work.
Now we're going to do mat work. Why? Because we work together as a team. Go down. I'm tired, so I get in Andy's guard. That would work. Same leg punches.
Okay, those weren't punches. Those were palm strikes, which I actually like quite a lot.
I got my move.
French horse.
Punch, punch. Punch. Pass the guard. I'm on top. Got my choke. Next guy comes in. I didn't get up. Cal takes advantage. Cal's a nice guy, so he rolls me over to his guard. Punch. Pass him. Come around. I'm saying, well, Now work the elbow. Stop him up.
Okay, this genuinely speaking, there's not much I can say here. This is just judo. Well, you might call it wrestling too, but to me, this is just judo. And I have some judo in my background, but it's not really prevalent to what this video series is supposed to be about. So trying not to go too into it. But
Put an arm bar. Again, we would do that 1, 2, 3 minute goes per person. Again, I generally have 5 or 6 guys doing this. So that's a 15-minute routine right there.
Okay, another 15 minutes of wrestling.
We say, "Jeez, I'm tired." Get some water. Take a break.
Okay, so this means so far he's been wrestling for anywhere from 45 minutes to almost an hour and a half, on a daily basis. Okay.
You got to sit down. You got to start thinking. You got to discuss. What did I do wrong?
Posted your arm when you got tired. Go on.
Got caught in an arm bar.
It is generally wrong.
And he could have broke it off. Boom. That'd be it.
I mean, the skin would hold it in place.
If that happens in competition, it'd be all over. Thank you.
Probably.
So that's why I have these guys. These guys are here to tell me when I get sloppy. If you get sloppy, call time, sit down, have some water. Think about what you're doing. Next routine is the heavy bag routine. What I do is I wear.
Okay, so we're finally on to a new training thing. God, we spent so much time on wrestling. Now I have something to talk about.
Real heavy gloves. The reason I wear heavy gloves is because of hand speed and also protect my hands against the bag. When I get into the octagon, we have light gloves. After fighting with these, practicing with these, and you put on the light gloves, you're a lot faster. You hit a lot quicker. That's the key. Speed kills. That's the whole.
Sorry. My sensei says that phrase religiously, speed kills. But yeah, so he mentioned that primarily it's about protecting his hands, but also for hand speed. But while there is truth to both of those, if you don't condition your hands to punch bare knuckle, you're going to break them if you don't wear gloves. But also beyond that, wearing heavy gloves while hitting the bag can improve the speed of your hands. But there is also one other thing. It increases your endurance for punching because, if you get used to doing all of your punching with an extra pound of weight on both hands, that's going to make your body's going to be used to that. So when you're wearing 4 ounces with your gloves instead of 16 ounces, you're going to be able to handle it significantly better. Which is why you'll see people these days wearing weighted boxing gloves that weigh multiple pounds. Pounds rather than just 16 ounces.
Situation with this thing. Also, I hit this thing for probably about an hour during the day. Again, I get up, I do my run. I go back, grab something to eat, go to bed. Get up, either lift weights or hit the bag. Sometimes I'll lift weights and hit the bags in the same day. Because after that, I go back, eat, take a nap, get up, drive an hour and a half to the gym, and I roll around with my buds. Boom. After that, I go home. Now, working this bag, not only you develop power, but you also develop the speed that's necessary. Cal's going to come in.
Okay, so he's saying that he's using the bag to develop power and speed. A lot of people say that you're supposed to use the heavy bag for technical work. And while that's certainly a thing, there are plenty of fighters who say that they only really use the heavy bag as a tool for development of power. I think the most famous example of this would be how Bruce Lee wrote about that in his book, The Art of Expressing the Human Body. Okay, technically he didn't write it in that book. The book was written after his death based on his training notes. But that's the philosophy that Bruce Lee had for the heavy bag. It was strictly for developing power. It appears Don Fry is the same way.
I was going to hold the bag so that we don't have to chase the bag.
Okay, another interesting thing here. He's having someone hold the bag. A lot of people, will say never have someone hold the bag because you want it to move around so that you move around with the bag. Yeah, working positioning, footwork, all that. But note, he said he only uses the bag for developing power generation with his strikes. Meaning, he really wouldn't want the bag to be moving around because that just slows down his training. Now, of course, some people, say they like the bag to move so they can practice stopping the bag when it swings back at them, like they do in Muay Thai gyms. And I honestly do really like that training myself. I would do it more often if my bag was hanging and not on a stand, but yeah, my guess is, the main reason he isn't worried so much about positioning is either because he does a lot of mitt work as well, or because he doesn't do much at a range that necessitates a lot of positioning work, because he fights it more at a close to mid range. And because he's using much more than his punching for it.
This is also a very heavy bag, hard, so I'm not going to hit it hard. I just got back from having my hand operated on. I broke it against Tank Abbott or against Gary Goodridge. We don't know. We haven't decided which one it was.
Remember, he was doing multiple fights in a day for the UFC, not just one fight and then call it a day. The old guys were crazy.
Boom. When I hit this is a technique factor. As you see, I'm loading up with the power punch. When I hit the power punch, it's a straight punch. See my hips move. I pivot on my feet. I just don't come in here, punch like this. This is a technique. This is a technique drill. It's also a conditioning drill. You do this for an hour. It's going to wear on you. I protect myself at all times. As you see, even just standing here talking to you. When I throw my power punch, my left hand doesn't drop. A lot of people punch like this. There's no reason to punch like this. That's sloppy fighting. What you want to do is protect yourself at all times. You see, when I twist my body twists fully to that. This shoulder's protecting this side of my chin. I'm using my whole body on the punch. It's a straight punch. When you're punching, you look down the barrel of a gun. Again, with the jab. It's a straight jab. Notice I turn at the end of it. I remain relaxed. When I'm going to do this, I don't crunch up at the shoulders. I lift my hands at the elbows. If you lift your hands from the shoulders, what you're going to do is you're going to limit your power. You're also going to burn out. You want to remain relaxed. Again, this is a thinking situation. You come up, you lift your hands at the elbows. Get your feet underneath of you. Know where your balance is. You're fighting through a window. You don't want to lean through the window. You just want to punch through the window. Exhale on your punch.
Okay, he hits pretty hard.
Now, I'm throwing one jab at a time. You don't want to get into a routine. Jab, 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 punch. You've got to vary the routine. If I come up here, I just throw one jab at a time. That's what's going to happen in a fight. What I want to do is I want to change the situation. I'll come in, throw two jabs, throw three jabs.
Okay.
Maybe I'll switch hands. Throw one jab. Throw three jabs. Notice when I throw my jab, I'm not going down here. I come back, protect myself. Straight punches. You don't